Okay, I'm back. So I just want to go back and recap what I already had told you about the dream because I had a few seconds to go and actually read the dream to make sure I was getting everything. So somebody could have like gifts and they could be good at like cleaning energy or helping a person like clean their energy or they could be good at like guiding and advising people. Like they could be their gift to be guidance and advising people. They could be, when people are stuck, it's like they could, their gift is like knowing exactly what to say. Like they could, be getting downloads, and these downloads could be for other people to help other people. Like they could be like some type of spiritual guider or something like that. They could be, um, they just, they could guide people whether they know it or not, and for them they could be operating in this and not really know that they're operating in gifts, but they are, somebody could have multiple gifts and they could be operating in these multiple gifts, and to them it's just normal, but it's actually them like operating in these gifts, like like just for example, right? um and some of these interests, when I go back, some of these highlights, I talk about dreams that I had. But when I had those dreams, I wrote the dreams down, and I may, or some of them I may or may not knew exactly what they meant, But when I got ready to come back to bring it to you, then I was able to interpret those dreams. Okay, so then I operated in two gifts, right? I had the gift, the dreamer, and then I turned around and I was able to interpret that dream for interpret that dream. So somebody could, like I said, somebody could have like multiple gifts and they operate in these gifts at certain times, but specifically somebody could be like like I said, like a fisherman or people. They could like they're meant to help and guide people, advise people, and they can be good at doing it because they have the gift for that. Um, so the next thing is, yeah, they can help people. They can like remove and help people. They know how to help people get out of sticky situations, or they may know what to say to like help a person get there, even if they haven't really went through or experienced something themselves. Like they have like a special connection where they the information they receive, they have a special connection where they can receive the information, and the right information can go to that person. All right. And so the next thing I was talking about was somebody having to like stand in the gap for a person, even if it's like kind of like a conflict of interest when it comes to who the person is. Like let's just say this is a family member and this family member is doing something to someone else. That's not their family member. Like I'm gonna use my family member as an example. My family member was doing something to somebody that I know wasn't right, and I know this person, and you know, it's like I may have to stand in the gap for this person, or I'm torn between like standing in the gap and minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my cousin, or that's my family member, or that's my brother, or that's my sister. But even though that's my brother, my sister, or my family member, I still know that right is right and wrong is wrong, and I could know deep down that whatever they doing or attempting to do, like I can know that is wrong, that they doing it to this other person. And so it like I could be torn between being loyal to my family and and doing what's right. And it may cause for a person to do what's right, okay, um even though this your family, and at the end of the day, it's gonna be love anyway. They may be mad for a little bit, but they'll get over it. Okay, so it's like it could be a situation like that where somebody could end up like, and I kind of feel like they wouldn't even, they ain't gonna expect this. This could start off some like lighthearted. It could be like some lighthearted, and some could just you know trigger a person, or something could be going on and a person really like they could just walk into something that they kind of have to, maybe they have to break it up or stop it. Okay. Let's see. I mentioned turtles. Turtles could be significant. Um, Being by water could be significant. Um, Fishing could be significant. Um, uh, Visiting a person could be significant. A gray car could be significant. An apartment complex could be significant. A Nissan could be significant. A cousin. Um, some siblings could be significant. A Gemini, a Virgo could be significant, or a Libra could be significant. Somebody sitting down watching TV could be significant, or somebody fish tanks or something like that. They could be significant. Um, Hearing somebody like a silent cry could be significant also. All right, so the next thing we have is somebody could be at a friend's or a family member's house. They could be visiting, okay? And I kind of feel like this could be connected to the end part of their dream that I was just telling you. So just keep that in mind. All right. Somebody could be at a friend's or family member's house visiting, and a couple could get into it. One of these people could be abusive. For some, it's their people that's the abusive one. They could overhear a person being jumped on and or crying and whimpering. For others, they could be hearing this going on outside of their surroundings. Either way, the person listening could be stuck between minding their business and stepping in and intervening. Okay, they could know the right thing would be to stop them, but they could be torn when it comes to making the decision. A friend, a relative, a cousin, some apartments, a parking lot, a gray car, a Nissan, watching TV, a living room, turtles, fishes, a white man, a boat, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Libra, and or a Virgo could be significant. So that was I'm thinking what I did was interpret that dream with this scenario. Okay, so like I said, that could be significant. Someone could have been spying in or playing games with a person either throughout the summer or since the summer. Okay, they could have been doing this. They could have been doing this through some type of divination and or technology or like a tech device. For most, they was paid to do it or paid someone else to do it because either they was worried about how other people was gonna view them, or they let their ego get the best of them and they was trying to impress the wrong people. Either way, they could be now doing it because they have no choice. Part of their karma could be they money looking funny. Because I kind of feel like they was blocking somebody else's money. So that mean turn, that's what happened. Okay, and they're trying to bounce back. Others could now miss seeing and or watching a person. Through the spying, they could have grown to like a person. On the flip side, the monitoring could have stemmed from another person. They could have been or is in a relationship with. Either that person is lying, is a lying cheater, or the person that's watching is. Okay. On the flip side, one of these people could have lied to the other person when it came to the real reason why they wanted them to be watched and or blocked. Okay. Somebody was scared of the truth coming out. A brunette, somebody born between 80 and 89, a Cadillac evening, a biracial woman or man, a average D energy, no car, a friend, a social media influencer, Ford, a Mercedes, last week, Teal, next week, October, a Libra, a Scorpio, April, Taurus, Aries, Chrysler, Aquarius, gray hair, a motorcycle, a fireman or a firewoman, or a tech worker, somebody who specializes in firewalls, mourning, an athlete, a cousin, GM, a mechanic, a tall woman, a big D energy, a mother, a police, a law enforcement, slim, thick, chocolate, red bone, Instagram, a Chevrolet, white, bald head, a GMC, a director, a council trip, Tuesday in Infinity, and or a Honda could be significant. All right. Side note: somebody could be watching to see if a person cracks or if one of these people is gonna crack up. Others could be wanting and will apologize for the inconvenience. All right. Somebody could need to watch their surroundings, especially if they're due to receive some money or a financial gain. This could be a new beginning for a person, but there could be people outside of this person who knows that they're about to receive, or that a person is planning on gifting this person something. For some, it's a car, or this is a another person's karma for blocking in or doing something foul when it came to a car. For others, this is a person coming in to pursue and or help a person that their family and friends don't like, and the family and friends could be shysty. Okay, for a small few, this could be a shyster person trying to pursue them because they know that a person is about to receive something. A Buick, a caramel, a old school, beautiful eyes, an ugly act, or an unattractive person, inheritance, a woman, turquoise, a Sagittarius, dusty, a black man, a dusty car, Saturn, a transgender, the lotto, a pet lizard, the Genesis, an older person, last month, social media, Bentley, curly hair, a dancer, a best friend, a Leo Aries, wavy hair, a Geo, traveler, a Virgo, a Taurus, a Capricorn, July Cancer, a island woman, a funeral, a pet snake or enemy, March Pisces, an Asian woman, December a tattoo artist, muscles, Volkswagen, yellow cashier, a professional athlete, administrator, a big mama, a neighbor, and or glasses could be significant. All right, somebody could be trying to work it out with a person after they found out that another person was cheating or vice versa. They was caught up. Whoever this is, they could have ran off or ghosted this person that they're now trying to straighten it out with. They could want this person to relax and let their guard down, but this person is saying all that talking. Let me see you step behind it. A Taurus, a Sagittarius, a Aquarius, a Libra, a Scorpio, a Virgo, a Pisces, a Leo, a Aries, and or a Gemini could be significant. This could be related to the previous scenario, but someone's sugar daddy is tired of a person, or vice versa. They're tired of the sugar daddy. They're getting tired of all the excuses that they're saying if you don't want me, and if you got somebody else, or if there's somewhere else you would rather be. Just be honest, and they could be ending or have ended a relationship because of it. For some, they even though it has ended or will be, they still could feel like a person is a vibe, and in their heart and spirit they know and feel like a person belongs with them, but they're not going to chase them. On the flip side, one of these people could be crushing on another person that they feel like spiritually they belong together, that this is their person. Side note, someone could have came something could have came to an ending because a person was suspicious and set a person up. An Aries, a Scorpio, a Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Taurus, and or a Cancer could be significant. Okay, and the next thing is somebody could be coming in and asking a person if they still down. Like this could have been somebody was dealing with and they stopped dealing with them, or vice versa. But they could be coming in trying to see if they still willing to do whatever, or this is like maybe somebody was supposed to do something, and maybe they changed their mind, but they may be coming in asking the person, "Are you still down to do it?" Next week could be significant. Okay, and then the next thing is somebody could be obsessed. This could be more like one of a person's options. Like they could be help dealing with. They could be obsessed with one of their options. You know, um, they can have other people they deal with, but they obsessed with one particular person, or vice versa. Somebody else could have like a lot of different options, but it's one option. They could be obsessed with a person, or this is somebody being obsessed, but they refusing to be a person's option. Like even though they obsessed with this person and they want to be with this person, it's like I'm not gonna be your option. You want to get rid of everybody else, or because this person is a sis, they telling a person like everybody else gotta go. Okay, a Taurus could be significant. All right, the next thing is somebody could be currently courting somebody they feel is different from the rest, or this person could be on a higher caliber than the men or women they usually deal with. Whoever this person is, they could light up a room, all eyes could be focused on them, and they could have a lot of suitors competing for them or for their attention. This could cause this person to want to put it a title on it. This person could be capable of handling their own. They could be sick, slick, or sassy with their words, and they could be a boss, or they could be they can be a boss or the boss, but they also know how to kick back and let the other person take on a more dominant role, especially if this is a woman. She's okay with playing her role. 1989, 1994, the 3rd, the 5th, June, July, November, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and or California could be significant. A person could be bragging to their friends about a special someone. This person could check off all their boxes and they can pull out all the stops. And on top of that, they're fine too. If this is a woman doing the bad bragging, she could be ready to give him something that he can feel, or at least rub, touch, and feel him. It could be hard holding their composure when it comes to this person. They could have them in their feelings and cheesing from ear to ear. Even got some of them stuttering. Someone tall, a back tattoo, someone younger than the other, nice eyes, flowers in the morning, a provider, someone street or rough around the edges, a Rolls Royce, fresh cut, 1972, 75, 89, 90, 94, the 3rd, the 5th, the 10th, the 30th, March, May, June, November, Scorpio, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Taurus, a Pisces, and or Aries could be significant. All right, somebody could still want to be friends or hang out and or talk, even though these two people could no longer be together. One of these people could have been having a hard time just cutting ties and letting it be nothing. They could want a person to know that they still care about them, and although the relationship didn't work out, they still value their friendship, and they're saying don't be a stranger, okay? And call them. Okay, April, September the 3rd, the 15th, the 1988, 97, 2003, 2018, Aries, Taurus, Virgo, and or Libra could be significant. All right. A person could be laid up with another thinking about someone else. For some, this was during some bedroom action. It seems as though as soon as they are moving on to another person, here come this person popping up physically and or mentally. Some could be being extra and liking a person's posts and or pictures on social media. They could be well aware that a person has someone else. This person could play entirely too much, and if you're that person, they want you to wipe that smirk off your face. Okay. They could be refusing to let a person go, but they won't step up and assume the main position. They could always have wanted their way or their way or the highway. Okay. Some could possibly be selfish. They're saying if you think you're gonna be happy without me, you're not, and not on my watch. Okay. Meanwhile, this other person is begging them to just let them go and love another person, because it's hard letting them go because of the secret feelings that they still carry or harbor for this person, but they also know that this person is not going to do right. Okay, 1945, 78, 88, 95, 98, the 4th, the 5th, the 7th, the 8th, the 16th, the 26th, January, February, June, Gemini, Cancer, Capricorn, Aquarius, and or a Pisces could be significant. All right, somebody could have went through a breakup this month or December is significant. This person could be putting on a brave face in front of others because they don't want to hear that I told you so, or the lectures telling them that they need to move on and let a person go. Okay, they could be worried or concerned that a person has found someone else. They could really want to reconnect or hear from a person during the holidays. This is the person's secret wish. Whether this whether the person they're wishing for was in the wrong or not, this is the present they want to see up under the tree. So it was like really like during Christmas. All right. If not, at least a phone call would suffice. Right. So they can't get this person, like at least reach out is what they want. Okay. And if you was the one that messed up, well, here's your chance, don't blow it. Okay, Christmas and or it being a person's favorite holiday, December, a cold area, snowing, a person with no kids, hanging with nieces and nephews, January, September, October, November, the 4th, the 8th, the 22nd, the 27th, 1998, Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Virgo, Scorpio, and or Sagittarius could be significant. All right, when somebody looks at a person in their eyes, their hidden feelings come to the flying to the surface. Somebody could have pushed a person away because of that. They may have they may have known how to they may not have known how to process those feelings and emotions. But the truth is they miss a person and they want them around. They want this person to be a permanent fixture in their life. They could be longing to cuddle, feel, rub, and touch on a person. Some could want to get away and take a vacation, or they could have been something they talked about a time or two. Palm trees, beach views, 1987, 2019, the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, the 9th, the 12th, the 13th, the 18th, the 25th, February, November, September, Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Virgo, and or a Libra could be significant. All right, somebody got a whole lot of haters. They could be mad and jealous over a person's looks, money, and or grind. For some, they're mad about a man or a woman, and or the fact that their man or woman has been checking for or looking at this person too. These haters could do a whole lot of talking, but when the person comes around, everybody is mute. Nobody has anything to say. They could know that this person don't hold no bars and it's likely gonna eat them up. Meanwhile, this person ain't checking for none of these people. They could actually care less about them and or their man. They can't compete where they don't compare. This person is blind to the BS. All they're concerned about is running up a check, living good, eating good, shopping good, stacking up a bag, and maybe or on the way they'll run into a man or a woman that's gonna match their fly and or grind. Anything else outside of that is for the birds. Side note, they never really wanted these haters to take their flex personal because it was never about them, and it's still not. The 5th, the 6th, the 11th, the 14th, the 15th, 21st, the 24th, 1986, 92, 2018, March, July, Pisces, Aries, Cancer, and or Leo could be significant. Okay, the time is running out when it comes to a person shooting their shot at another. Someone needs to lay their pride and ego to the side and just reach out or take a chance. Whoever the other person is, they could be secretly waiting for a person, even though there are others dying for opportunities to get with them. They may be turning them down and or sabotaging other situations because they really could just want this person, but they could be ready to throw in the towel. For others, these people have already established a relationship and they're saying, put a ring on it. Show me that it's real. They're refusing to waste any more time. Someone being in a relationship or knowing a person for 5 years or more, 1972, 74, 86, 90, 93, 94, 2008, the 1st through the 3rd, the 5th through the 7th, the 10th, the 11th, the 19th, the 21st, the 22nd, the 24th, the 25th, February, March, June, July, October, November, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Aries, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Leo, a Libra, a Scorpio, and or a Sagittarius could be significant. And I'm sorry, I should have said this at the beginning of the video. If this is your first time watching, when I do these dates, and when I call out these dates, this could be like specific dates of things that happen or major events, or this could be like when it's happening, or this could be time frame. These could be birth dates. It could be time frames and birthdays. Like I said, the 1st through the 3rd. Well, there could be a time frame, and also somebody's birthday could fall between the 1st and the 3rd. If you get my drift, so that's just look, FYI. Okay, somebody could be saying, I don't want your little cat. They could be more interested in your mind and your spirit. This person could be hood, dark, and edgy, and they could be a real hustler. However, this person is also gentle and attentive. They could be very detail oriented to the point where if you had a new freckle, they would notice it. They could be a good listener and genuinely concerned about you and your day. This is the type of person is dangerous, but he's a sweetheart. Okay, at least with you. Whoever this is, whoever this is for, um, you love it there or you will. Okay. If someone has a significant other or situation, they know that that person is not doing or giving this person the things that they need to yeah, they know that this person ain't getting what they need over there. Okay, they don't feel like a person knows what to do with this person, and they will do it better. And they will do it better. On the flip side, someone is saying, "I'm glad you don't want my little cat because I wasn't giving it." This person could be celibate, a virgin. They don't mess around like that. Other suitors could know this about a person, and they could be throwing all type of material things at that person to get them to come up off of it, but they are impressed. Some of them got their own bag. Side note, in some situations, both of these people could be celibate, whichever the scenario. Continue to fight the good fight, sister or brother, because one of these people, if not both, um, they nasty in a good way though, and they definitely is gonna match. They definitely gonna match each other free. Okay, they with whatever this other person is gonna be with, but take it up a notch, and it'll be worth the wait. They're gonna take care of a person, but for now, hold it in the road. All right, the second, the fourth, the fifth, the seventh, the ninth, the 16th, the 18th, the 20th, the 26th, 1991, 2000, 2020, 21, January, August, September, October, a Libra, Scorpio, a Virgo, a Leo, a Capricorn, and or Aquarius could be significant. All right. A person could have had a disagreement with a person, and they could have taken it for a joke or an idle threat like the other times before. But this time a person made good on their threats, and when they woke up, this person had packed up all their things and they was gone. It could have left this other person spiraling. They could be up drinking liquor straight out the bottle, watching the clock, calling their phone, wondering who convinced him or her to block them and leave. Was it their friends, or had this person found a new man or woman? Either way, they're pacing and watching the time, and hoping they come back home. For some, the person who left got tired of begging them for their time. The other person could have felt like the money or the material wasn't enough. Although they may have enjoyed the money and the love and attention is what they really wanted, okay? Or what they really value. 1968, 71, 97, 98, 2022, the second, the sixth, the eighth through the 11th, um, the 15th, the 18th, the 24th, the 26th through the 28th, Arkansas, Tennessee, Alabama, New York, North Carolina, January, February, March, June, Capricorn, Aquarius, a Pisces, Aries, Gemini, and or a Cancer could be significant. All right. Somebody could be sneaking around with someone they consider an old faithful. This person could always be down on command, and they know that they shouldn't be doing this, but they have let the lust take over, even though they have a woman or a man. For someone, one of these people could be the plug, and they could link up whenever it's time to real. And one of these people could lie quite often, or has lied to this person, but they still let them get. Okay, for a small few, they could have messed with this person's family or friend, or more specifically, a cousin. On top of all the lies they shoot, whoever Old Faithful is, she or he is self sufficient, and they shouldn't even put themselves in this situation, but um put themselves in this position, because on top of this person having someone or they're committed to, they also have other people that they hit up for late night snacks too. Okay, if you get my drift. Meanwhile, they love the fact that this person may not be putting out like that, or and that they're like the only one that's possibly getting it. Okay, so somebody needs to step away from the eggplant. Okay, 1994, the 20th, 2020, the 3rd, the 4th, the 15th, the 23rd, the 30th, April, Aries, and or a Taurus could be significant. All right, the next scenario could be a couple of different things. All right, first, two people could have met. They could have hung out a couple times, and then one person could have ghosted the other. I'm leaning towards the woman doing the ghosting. The man could have been shocked, especially because he usually is the one that does the ghosting for a few. She could have blocked him on social media. She could have possibly been in a relationship at the time, Instagram, and someone cooking for a person before they ghosted them. The second scenario could be a person running into a person after not seeing them in a long time, or running into them after one ghosted the other. they could hit it off and pick up where they left off. People could have an opinion about this situation or person, but they don't care. Whatever they did before them is before them. They are deciding to step out there and take a chance. If it works, it works. And if not, then they tried. The last scenario could be a person feeling like a person is moving too fast. They could feel like a person needs to take time to heal. They could still be hurt from a past situation. And instead of taking the time to themselves, they may want to jump in the next relationship or situation to fill a void or as a coping mechanism to avoid growing close enough to form attachments with people so that they could not have to feel the pain again. A person creeping with their bestie, possibly of the same gender, a person, a person, seeing they friends, they homeboy, they homegirls number in a person's phone. December 1963, 70s, 91, 96, 2021, the 3rd, the 8th through the 10th, the 17th, the 18th, the 22nd, April, May, September, October, December, Minnesota, New York, Tennessee, the UK, Australia, Georgia, Arkansas, Scorpio, Libra, a Taurus, a Aries, a Gemini, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, and or a Virgo could be significant. Okay. And so the next thing we have is, oh, this is getting long, ain't it? Okay, the next one is if somebody's coming in saying, I'm gonna love you whether you want it or not. Like they coming in hot. Like getting ready because here they come. They don't they coming in hot. Like they it's like, I don't care if you ready or not, I'm coming. And kind of feel like I'm coming in and you should just get with the program. All right. And then on the flip side of this, if this is not like a love situation or somebody coming in, trying to love on a person, and refusing to take no for an answer. This is somebody like on the run, and they may be coming. So you get ready or not. They on the way. Okay. A Gemini, a Libra, and blue hair could be significant. All right, and so the next thing we have is some money could be coming to someone. This could be for switching shifts, 5,000 to 10,000, braids, glasses, a short man, and or night shift could be significant. Okay, a person could have to stand their ground to another and tell them no. Could be a supervisor. This could involve a pop-up or a pop-up situation. Dreads and or a pixie could be significant. Someone could be getting offered a new position. This could be a corporate job, or this is a person in a corporate position or higher power giving a person a promotion or a new opportunity. Traveling could be significant. Okay, a person could get rolled up, but it all works out in the end, and or someone is satisfied with the outcome. Jet black hair, waves, and or an African woman could be significant. Someone could be receiving some money. Either this is money for school, or they should use this money and go back to school. 5,000 and 10,000. A tall woman and or blue hair could be significant. A person could be updating their resume and or seeking new employment, or they will because of a denied promotion. A better opportunity may come along. On the flip side, someone could be receiving over 1,000 less than 5,000 and or a interview. Colored hair, a tall woman, and or glasses could be significant. All right, somebody could receive a side job or hustle where they could receive a little more money than what they're getting at their main job, or this could be for working a different shift. A boss, a bonus money, day shift, and or extra money could be significant. Someone could think of a person does a good job. They could like their work ethic, and because of that, they could want to offer them some hours on a job. On the flip side, this is them liking a person how well, they like how a person looks when they come to work. If this is strictly work related, they could see them making money with this person. They look like the bag. A boss, short staff, a tall man, and or dreads could be significant. A supervisor could not like a person and has been secretly complaining about this person. They could be just making things up or over exaggerating, or they're popping up. It could be all three. For some, the one that they're complaining about, coworkers speak highly of. They could be wrong and overreacting, or this is vice versa. A new job, a side job, a tall woman, and or dreads could be significant. All right, a person could offer work or opportunity out of the blue. If they take it, it could work out well. A short man, an afro, and a bob could be significant. A boss or coworker has been lying on someone. They could be offered a new job. Traveling could be significant. A tall woman, a bob, and or a DURG test could be significant. If a bob is significant, the better opportunity is where you are. Everyone else should take it. All right. And so supervisor could be stealing. A short man, day shift, and or a bob could be significant. A person's new job could be worse than the one that they have, or this is what a person is saying to a person to keep them or block them from moving on to the new opportunity. For many, for many, the better opportunity is where you're going. A coworker, corporate, watching a person on camera, long hair, mohawk, being short staffed, a tall woman, a tall man, and or a low fade could be significant. Someone could miss out on a promotion because they have been watching them on the camera. Long hair, a mohawk, corporate, and or a businesswoman could be significant. Although coworkers are hating on a person, it could turn out for their good because it causes bosses to start to watch them and they like their work. They could be speaking very positive about a person. On the flip side, they could have been watching because someone is stealing, or vice versa. Someone in corporate or higher up is stealing, whether from a company or an individual. This could be or a cool financial, intellectual, or planning to model routine duties and or job trainings for a certain position that was derived or centered around how this person completes and executes their job. A tall man with tall man, long hair, low fade, gold hair, and or corporate could be significant. Okay, somebody could be balling and spending money while owing another person. This person that is owed the money has been watching and seeing this person buy all these lavish things and wondering when are they going to pay me my money. Well, this person has become fed up and they're coming to confront a person about what they owe, and they're saying it better all be there. Whoever this other person is, they could be well aware that this person doesn't play, especially about their funds, making expensive purchases, buying a new car, buying at the bar, shots fired, the second, the third, the fifth, the eighth, the 10th, the 14th, the 18th, the 20th, the 23rd, through the 26th, the 28th, the 30th, 1977, 80, 88, 91, 94, 96, 2015, Germany, Canada, Texas, New York, Florida, California, Georgia, Illinois, Barbados, Bahamas, Virginia Islands, Jamaica, February, March, April, June, July, October, December, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Aries, a Taurus, a Gemini, Cancer, a Leo, a Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and or Capricorn could be significant, and a Virgo could be significant too, because I almost said it. Okay, the other day I was walking in you know what? I think this is getting a little lengthy, so I think I'm gonna stop it right there. I believe this enough information. This is enough information for those couple of days, and then I also got the other ones I got to do. I was gonna do them today, but I probably do them tomorrow. Okay, and so with that being said, um, go back and look at those other videos. Look at those other videos because it may have something in there for you. You know, if you're new, thanks for coming in and sticking in there with me and watching. And if you're old, thanks for returning and being faithful. Okay. Um, like, comment, subscribe, follow, put your alert bell on so you'll know when I drop these videos. Um, and you know, I, as usual, as usual, um, come on back because the next entry could be for you.